Where's that record button? God damn it. Hey, what's up? How's it going? It's November 7th. Me and those dates, man. Maybe I'll get it one day. November 7th, I'm here. Training vlog day 19 already. 19 now. It's GST press day. I'm going to be kicking things off with 15-degree incline bench press, 60%, 70%, 1 rep max. Man, my brain is like kind of scrambled today. That's all right though. I'm going to get through the workout. I got my trusty training journal. You know, if you watched the last vlog, 2 vlogs ago actually, that the training journal, man, it's so important, and this is exactly why. Because I wouldn't have remembered what I did a week ago for all these numbers today. But now I got my training journal, I got my record keeping on point, and I'm able to just look back, make progress, and keep the gains coming. And that's exactly what I want you to do. That's why I felt the need to talk about the training journal and its importance in such detail the other day. And I want you to watch that. You know what? I think I'm going to link you to that video. I made a video specifically on the training chat because I think it's that important. You're not going to maximize your gains if you're not keeping a journal and properly record keeping. Okay, today, press day. You know, it's a lot of pressing. There's some pulling in there to get that twice weekly training frequency, some arm work, some direct shoulder work. It's just going to be a great day. It's a little bit later in the afternoon, so I've had an extra meal today compared to normal. Usually I do like a 6 a.m. meal, a 9 a.m. meal, and then about an 11 a.m. training session. But today was different. I had the 6 a.m., the 9 a.m., I had the 1 p.m. meal, and now it's about 3:45, 4 o'clock, and I'm ready to go. So we're gonna kick things off with the incline bench press, focusing on that upper chest, pec musculature as a whole, and front delts, and a little bit of triceps in there as well. So let's get into it. Let's kick this GST press day off right. All right, my warm-ups felt really good. I think this is gonna be a great day on this press. I went ahead and I hit the bar, then I hit 95, then I hit 135. Now I'm hitting my working weight, 175, 6 to 10. I think these are gonna feel so good. Yeah. Man, the mind-muscle connection is tight today. Holy smokes, man. I mean, I'm pumped from the warm-ups alone, but it's only gonna get better. Set 1 down, set 2 coming up, set 3 AMRAP. I'm excited for that AMRAP. I really am. I wanna see what I can do today on that. I'm looking forward to this pump. Definitely excited for this set as well. Set number 2, 6 to 10 reps. Yeah. Whew, that was nice too. That felt good. One thing I want to say is you don't want to bounce off your rib cage real hard. That's a big no-no. In a funny way, you know, it's your rib cage. It's not a trampoline. Be in control. Lower down, find that chest spot. Explode up from there based on the momentum created by your muscles, not your rib cage. Whew. All right, so I took my 3 to 5 minute rest here, closer to 5, honestly. It's time to go to work on this AMRAP. This is the chance, 1 chance a day in these GST workouts. 3rd set of each core lift, where you go hard. You lay it out there, put it on the line. I got my safety set. Maybe I'll hit true failure here, and we'll see what happens.
That was definitely the correct time to stop. I know I would have hit failure on that last rep. And if I can just get super close but not actually hit it, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'd rather get to that point, complete the rep, rack the weight, feel good about everything, than just make it so I have to use these safeties. So that was a great set. I wanted 12. I got 12. Sometimes I wonder if the mental side of things, it's like I wanted 12, and so many times it just happens where you just start to get tired leading up to that internal goal that you've already set. I swear there's something to that. How about you? Does that happen to you? I feel like it happens to many people. I think it's just this internal thing. And I don't know a way to get away from it, because it's good to have a number of goal reps in mind. I just think the more experience you get and the more you know the rep counts that you're supposed to hit on your programming, you really can't get the number out of your head. It's in there. So how do you fight that? I don't know. You tell me. How do you fight that? All right, if you remember last week, I hit 3x10 on this. This is a wide grip, neutral grip pull-up. I used the red band for a little bit of assistance, and I'm going to use the red band for the first set, and then I'm going to likely change it up, go a little heavier for sets 2 and 3, but I want to establish that this feels good today first. So I'm at a little volume, 2 extra reps. All right, so that's going to be a working set. No doubt about that. Got to make sure you got the right incline set up. Now you saw in that first set, I added a little bit of volume, 2 extra reps. That red band was feeling a little bit easier than I wanted it to, which is a good problem to have. You want your weights to feel lighter than you expect them to. Now this one, maybe I'm getting a little bit greedy, jumping straight to a single orange micro. We're gonna find out. I'm not sure yet. My goal here is 10 reps. I think this could be a challenge if I use, really clean form and just stick with that really clean form. There's only one way to find out though. Let's get in here. So I'm focusing on my lats. Number one concern is lats here, especially with this wide neutral grip. This is turning out great. Full range of motion, straight arms at the bottom each time. Okay, yeah. That was great. The micro orange was the right move, no doubt. I thought I might have been a little bit greedy, but clearly I wasn't. That was awesome. And that's just a lat connection, lat pump. This wide and neutral grip is so nice. If you get a chance to do that at your gym, I recommend it. It really allows you to just focus on pulling down, really taking advantage of the function of that lat muscle. It's pulling down and pulling your elbow into your side. It's exactly what that bar allows me to do here. I gotta tell you, I'm listening to Mount Rushmore, Pandora right now. It's a lot of, if you haven't heard of Mount Rushmore, it's basically Ice Cube, E40, and Too Short, I wanna say. So yeah, it's a lot of E40, Too Short, Ice Cube, and Snoop. It's not necessarily a hardcore training vibe, but it's very cool though. A lot of good beats, a lot of interesting lyrics. Oh, and I gotta say, how white am I, man? I said I was listening to Mount Rushmore radio, Mount Westmore. As I was watching it back, I was like, dude. Yeah, Mount Westmore. All right, let's finish this last medium rep up. This is a lat builder right here. Ooh. 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 There we go. Now the key thing that I'm thinking about on that set, and obviously the previous two sets of this move as well, I'm thinking about pulling with my elbows. It's counterintuitive because I'm imagining my elbows actually coming down towards the floor. They're not, obviously, they're hooked right here. It's not like my forearm goes go-go gadget and drops my elbow to the floor. But I still imagine pulling them down, and as a consequence, my body's gonna lift up. And again, take advantage of this wide, neutral grip if you can. You can do it on a lat pull down generally. This is a lat pull down attachment. I just have it laying on my dip bars, and the function of the lat, it's stretched out here, it's contracted here. It's pulling the upper arm down towards the body. So when I'm neutral grip like this, that's exactly what I'm doing, and the lat just gets lit up. It's such a good exercise. So last week I hit the 60s on these. That's why I'm hitting the 65s today. Pushing up, progressively overloading, sticking with medium reps. I'm in that medium rep set rep block right now. A couple more weeks to go. There we go. A couple extra reps. Never hurt nobody. All right, this set I'm not going up in weight on. I'm actually just gonna try to add volume through a couple extra reps per set. That's gonna be my method of progression here. I just don't feel like pushing the shoulder to a new level yet. I can feel it a tad. So I'm keeping it safe. Might break it down a little bit, but I'm gonna let it recover more. So I'm on that ladder, climbing up to 100%. 10 to 12 here, preferably 11 or 12. If you remember one of my tips on this one, it's you set your back arch up before you start the set and you try to maintain that same back arch. I really had to focus on doing that for the last couple of reps because my shoulders were getting tired. My chest, my brain wanted my chest to take over, and arching my back more heavily is how it gets that done. So I had to fight that consciously to keep the pressure on the shoulders. That's one thing you got to think about. Everybody is going to subconsciously want to arch their back more to involve the chest more when they start getting tired with overhead presses. You, me, everybody in the gym with a functioning brain. That's just going to happen. Last set I was a little bit too far forward. I was getting pulled off, and I definitely don't want to do that again. I want my elbows to be, or my upper arms, my triceps to be stuck against the safety arm. This should feel better. All I want to be able to think about is my arms working. I don't want to have to think about keeping my body on this bench. This is much better. All right, so this set, I was doing the volume increase through more reps again, 12 per side, and these are feeling great. Same weight as last week, second week doing them ever, so I'm not too interested in bumping up weight super fast. They definitely felt really good this week. Man, I'm just happy during this workout. This workout is so smooth. So smooth. Buttery smooth. Another good set of overheads in the books. This is a great move for those triceps, baby. So good. When you're doing this, you want to try to think about the lower tricep right off your elbow. No doubt you're going to feel your upper tricep as well, but you got to try to get that mind-muscle connection, try to force your brain to make those lower tricep fibers fire here. And I could feel that off the elbow, but I'm always going to feel it up on top too. But my point here is that you should think about your lower elbow if you're going with the underhand grip tricep press down, whether it's single hand or dual like I'm doing here. Let's get into some front delt work here. Dumbbell front raises. Knock these out. You go for at least head height. When you're doing these, when you raise these up, I'm gonna try to go quite a bit higher here as long as everything feels good. Lots of control, lots of height. Lots of front delt focus. There we go. Where's that record button? God damn it. Ooh, that's a good set. I wish this was live right now because I would ask you, what should I talk about for today's training chat? I don't have anything to talk about. What did come to mind, and I guess I'm going to go with it because those usually turn out all right. You know, when I'm not sure what I'm going to say, and then something comes to mind, then I just get into it. So let me just get into it. I want to talk about building a press day, like a real high quality press day that covers all your bases. And I'm also going to talk about a press day that covers twice weekly frequency with your pulling muscles as well, because that's the program that I'm on. That's what I want to talk about. That's the way that I like to train. That's the way I want you to train. So building a press day, we obviously start off with compound lifts, right? You got to start off with some type of horizontal press, whether it's decline, flat, or incline. You don't want to do overhead. That's not your focus on this type of press day. When I say press day, I mean a chest focused first day, not shoulders. This program has a separate day to focus on overhead press. Let me just get that out of the way. Let me get that straight. So you need to choose a horizontal focused press. That's either going to be decline, flat, 15-degree incline, 30-degree incline. You can go up to 45-degree incline, but I don't really recommend it for the first lift of the day because anything over 30 degrees starts to get too front delt heavy. You start to move away from the chest. So that's it. You got to choose one of those angles. Now your next lift, you can do a pull here or you can do another compound press. Let's just say we're going to do another compound press, all right? So if you're doing a flat bench for your first lift, you want to make sure to do a different angle for your second. Incline the bench or decline the bench. Maybe you even hit something like dips. Dips are technically like a decline press, just a heavily declined press, by the way. So that's your next move is you want to choose another compound press, but it's not going to be the same angle. You want to switch up the angle so you can hit different portions of your chest. Now after that second compound press, you're going to get into a pull, and this is important. It has to be a compound pull because you're trying to get the most out of your time in the gym. And you want your primary lifts, your early lifts in your workout, to be big time bang for the buck lifts, and that's compound lifts. So what you want to do, you got to choose. Do you want a focus on horizontal pulling or vertical pulling? Whatever that may be, you know, switch it up from time to time. If you're doing vertical pulling, make sure you're doing like a pull up, a pull down, something with a chin up grip, neutral grip, pull up grip. If you're doing horizontal, make sure you're doing like a barbell row, a seated cable row, a flat bench dumbbell row. Mix up the grips as well, something like that. But it's got to be a compound pull, and obviously it has to be either horizontal or vertical pulling. I mean, there really are no other options. Now after that, what I recommend is I still like to hit another compound lift for your pressing. Generally, this is where if you want to have a little focus on overhead pressing today, this is where you're going to bring that in. So you're going to do like an overhead press, dumbbell press, machine overhead press, barbell overhead press, Or maybe you want to focus on your triceps more heavily, so you're going to do like a close grip bench press, or this is where you bring in those dips. Those are all options, and they're all just fine. It just depends on your desired areas of focus at the time. And remember, you can switch that up from time to time. You don't have to lock this in for the rest of your life. Don't view it like that. So after that, now you're going to start to get into, well, let me just break down what we've got so far. We've got 3 compound presses, and we've got 1 compound pull. Now we're going to start to get into isolation work. This is where you're going to have twice weekly bicep and tricep frequency, as well as shoulder frequency generally with my programming. Shoulder isolation frequency, I should say. So you're going to choose a curl variation. This should be either a neutral gripped curl or an underhand grip curl. Again, the area of focus is up to you, but just keep in mind on your other upper body day with the GST programming, you're going to have the option to have another bicep curl. So if you do underhand grip standing barbell curls on your press day, I would recommend mixing up the grip on the next upper body day, which is pull/overhead press. So you do like a neutral grip, dumbbell hammer curls, rope cable curls, something like that. Then you bring in a tricep move, same concept, mix up your grips. So whatever grip you use today on your press day, you're not going to use that same grip on your next upper body day. So if I'm doing tricep press downs with a rope attachment on this press day, that's a neutral grip. I'm either going to use an underhand grip or an overhand grip on my other pull/overhead press day. That's just my other upper body day. Let's just call it the other upper body day for simplicity's sake here. So now let's break it down what we've got. We've got our 3 press compounds, we've got 1 press isolation, we've got 1 pull compound, and we've got 1 pull isolation. What's left is shoulders. I like to build shoulders, focus on that width, the medial delts, the front delts. It helps round out a great physique. Nobody's going to argue that. So this is where you can do a front raise or a lateral fly variation, something like that, where you're just able to focus in on the medial delts. That's going to be more of like a fly variation, or the front delts, a front raise, maybe an upright row, something like that. Now, however, if you want to really dial in your chest today and just leave with a mega pump in the chest, and you want added focus on the chest, you're good with your shoulders, you're happy with them, you can replace that shoulder lift with a chest isolation. So something like a pec deck fly, a cable crossover where you're bringing it in and pumping up that chest, flexing the chest really hard. And honestly, that's going to be the final lift for the day. So let's just do one more breakdown. You're probably sick of these breakdowns right now, but it's important. I like to drill this stuff in, because if you hear things more than once, you remember it better. All right, so we've got 3 press compounds. We've got 1 pull compound. We've got 1 press isolation, 1 pull isolation, and then we have some shoulder isolation. Ideally, if you want to hit the chest harder, you have chest isolation. See, that went really well, because I love this day. This day is so well balanced, and this topic just came to me, just like my training journal topic the other day. And I feel like I really taught you how to make a great press day there. Now, you customize it how you want. You build it how you want. If you have questions on how to make a press day, especially with this particular growth stimulus training program, you need to just reach out to me. Hey, sorry about the weird cut. My battery card ran out in the middle of that sentence, so I deleted some stuff, and let me get back into it. So you need to reach out to me. I'm the guy that can answer any questions on this program. This is my program. So I think that's all I got to say. My memory card filled up pretty much at the wrong time. That's all right, though. It doesn't matter. I got my point across. I hope I put some knowledge in your brain tonight. And man, it was a smooth workout. It's later than usual. It's like 6:30, so I'm due for supper. If you remember from the intro, the last time I ate was like 1 p.m. So I'm definitely due. I'm going to get another big meal in. It was just such a nice day. Such good growth stimulus to my press muscles and pulling muscles, and I need to feed that need right now. That was so corny. I just need to eat. Honestly, I just need to eat. So I'm just going to go in and eat. I'll talk to you later. You have a great night tonight. See you later. Bye-bye.